what I'm noticing is guys start contacting me regarding what shall I do with trade. Except when it's in a winning trade, I get messages to see what do I do. When in a losing trade, similar thing. So I thought I'll do a session on how you should be managing your trade. As long as you can manage your trade, that's all you need. If you don't have any other any um, any knowledge in terms of trading, long as you know when to book your profit, when to hold, when to be exit. That's all you need to know before you even put your first trade on your live account. Right, guys. So this is you can see Euro USD chart now, yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. Hi, Aki.
Okay. Hi, all right, learn. Yeah, today's session learn is just going to be basic, just to show you guys how you should be managing your trade. And because we've done our session yesterday, and now is just literally for everyone, whoever tunes in, just to get the understanding of managing the trade. Because a lot of the guys,
Just one, just
yeah,
one question, Aki.
yeah.
What do you think about those two trade was entering? Do you think it was the right moment? It
Yes,
was
I'm going to go back
right.
onto that with you. Yes, it was,
Okay.
but market decided to do something else. But eventually, Hope got in a perfect entry. You posted to me 10 minutes before, and Hope posted to me about half an hour difference. So when you saw that entry, Hope saw it similar, but he entered in a different bar, and he come out to be a winning trade. So we'll go over that. Today is
Yeah.
basically this session is just to how to manage the trade. That's it. So that's
And that is what I made wrong yesterday evening, because with gold this morning I had a profit of 75 euro, something like that, with my lot, a small
mm,
lot. But
mhm.
finally, I have break even. I mean, at 10 euro profit, because I haven't cut the position or take the profit early enough, and that was my mistake this morning.
But end of the day, look at the positive side. You didn't lose any money, so you won the trade.
Yeah,
You won
yeah,
the trade. Now you haven't lost any money on the trade, so you won the trade.
yeah,
So you can just move on by looking at it as a winning trade. Don't look at you lost the money. You haven't lost money because you made
mm,
money. Even if
yeah,
it's a 1 pip, you made the money. You haven't
mm,
lost it. So next time you go back, you're just not going to make the same mistake where you're not booking partial. Book partial,
exactly.
break even the trade. You can go on holiday.
Yeah, yeah, that was
Um,
exactly what I was
yeah,
thinking after that.
yeah. So you've done the right thing. You break even the trade. So imagine if you didn't, that trade could have been maybe another 100 pips down.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So let's start. Okay. So
Yeah,
let's say actually we can start with our current trade because we are all on Euro USD. Okay. So we took our trade because that one actually I can't give much big example. I'll go back onto the current trade, but let's make another example here. Okay. Let's say we are selling. Say we are selling Euro USD from here. We are selling maybe on this candle or somewhere around here. They will sold Euro USD around here, and then you are in a winning trade from here to there. You got the winning trade, you earn profit. So what do? Obviously, you're going to hold because you're in a good profit. The next, all of a sudden, you see market going back there. What do you do then? You're panicking, right?
yeah,
Because now chances are it's gone above your entry. It's basically just gone past your entry because you entered here. Now, from profit to gone past your entry. What do you do now? You're like, oh, is it going to go and hit my stop loss? Or is it going to, what is it going to do? So your mind start playing up. Even if it's a good analysis, good trade, you will start doubting yourself because it's gone into negative. So the reason that when the market from here, if you entered here, gone to there, say from here to there, you got pretty much 30 pips here, around roughly about 30 pips. So what do? You book your partial profit, small profit, 10%, 20%, whatever you are happy to book. I usually book about 25 to 50% straight away. 30 pips, boom, I'm 50% is out. So what happens then? If the market goes and hit my stop loss, I come out on break even. And then if the market goes from here to there and I see price fail to go past my following my analysis, fail to make new high, what do? The 50% I took out, I put it back around another entry. Maybe I find an entry here, maybe here, I would add that 50% back. That means I'm still in a winning trade, although half position on loss and half position at entry. Can you understand what I'm saying? It's basically, this is what you do. You don't just leave the trade from here, say here. You just leave it on where it is. You never do that because you don't know. And such a nice move took place. If you don't do anything about it, your trade, chances are it's going to reverse and hit your stop loss. So what you do is, if the market goes from here to here, it's stupid not to do anything. Here, yes, it's early days, early entry. So you could say, okay, I'm going to wait and see what it does. Okay, fair enough. You didn't do anything here, which I would advise you to book partial, but you didn't do anything. But market gone there and then eventually reverse in your favor. And then market gone all the way down here. That you must do something there, regardless of where the trade is going. You must do something here. Either put your stop loss at entry, book your partial profit, and then you just don't have to look at the trade again. If it goes and hits stop loss, you made money. If it does whatever it wants to do, doesn't matter if it's news coming out or whatever coming out, it doesn't matter to you. You can move for next trade. You can just move on for next trade because that trade is already won. You made some money. Let's move on for next trade. Let's look for another trade. So that's how you feel relaxed, and that's how you actually manage your trade. And then from there, you entered here. Then the market gone around here, and then market done a pullback, and then gone back to your favor. So what do? You're not going to leave your stop loss at break even now because you're in a massive profit. You just move your stop loss from entry. You look for the next high. Where is it? Will be this minimum here, or you'd put it around here. You'd move your stop loss just above the previous high. In that example, it's here. You just put a few pips, 5-10 pips above it. So your trade is on profit. So even if it goes and hits stop loss, you are going to come out on profit. Maybe not big profit, but you're in profit. And then market decide to do this. What do? You move your stop loss again. You just move your stop loss by following those new highs. It made a new high there. The next one made a new low. So what do? You just start moving it with the market. And then eventually, for example, in this case, you moved your stop loss maybe here, then market gone there, and then eventually took you out. So after all this, if it takes out, you made money. You made good money. So that's how you do it in terms of holding to the trade. Good trade, you want to keep it as long as you can. Partial profit, booking partial profit just to give you the satisfaction of winning the trade. So that you will have the confidence to hold the trade for longer. If you don't do anything and it's all the way from here to there, it happened many times. I've seen it over and over again happening. From there to there, market took that move, which is like 100 pips. And you're like, no, it's 100 pips. Now it's going to go all the way down. What it does, market just reverse and goes and hit his stop loss. From 200 pip profit to nothing. You end up in a losing, blown account, some cases I've seen. Because you are not doing anything with it. Because you have to, regardless of how the good analysis, how the good trade is, in a second, it's going to reverse. You don't know when it's going to reverse. I send signal out. I say, okay, here's a take profit. Here's your stop loss. You have to do something if the market makes the right move. You can't just leave the stop loss where I put it. If the market start going in your favor, you just bring your stop loss closer, which means that money is protected. You're not losing any money. So from here to there, I said, okay, 200 pips take profit, market gone to 100 pips. And you've done nothing to it. Market decided, okay, 100 pips, boom, gonna hit stop loss. I mean, losing winning trade is worse than, when you lose a trade, you lost a trade. You can't do anything about it. But when you're in a winning trade, it would be crazy not to do anything about it. And a lot of the guys, not here, but a lot of the guys, I get messages, oh, I lost the trade. I was like, how it's possibly lost the trade? Trade was a 100 pips profit. Yes, I failed to update. I don't need to update every minute. That's like, some guys are saying you're doing it too much, but some guys, they don't get it. So I have to make sure that they understand. Because I do update. Because what I do is when I'm trading myself, that's when I'm sending the signals. So if I see something market doing, I just post it. This is what I'm saying. So you guys could understand what is happening. But I know it can be quite boring as well at times, but this is what I'm doing. I'm following every move to the market. When I'm out, I'm just telling you guys I'm out. So if you decide to stay on, it's up to you. If you book your profit, you book your profit. But you have to start managing your trade. As soon as that kind of move takes place, it happens over and over again. I'm seeing it. Market done about 50 pips move. Guys never done anything. They just literally left it where it is. What happened? Eventually goes and hits stop loss. So from a nice profit to stop loss. From my side, I'm counting as a winning trade because by then I already booked partial. I already put my stop loss on break even. So when the stop loss hit, it's not my well, it's nothing to do with me because I already said this is what you need to do, but you're not doing anything about it. So you lost the trade, but I haven't lost the trade because I've done something with it. So all of you guys, if you guys do start managing a trade, so for example, this from here to there. So you made a new low here. From there to there, new low. Market is a bearish market right now, but seller's in control. Then market goes back up. He fails to make a new high. Seller's still in control. Market comes down, goes back, pretty much level. It's an indication of possibly buyers coming in, but it still failed to make a new high. Slightly, just touch. So that is like more stop hunt, not a stop hunt. It's like if you have a stop loss too close, you'll be pipped out and then you'll be back into this move. You must have experienced that when sometimes you have a stop loss and then like just tick and then straight back to your favor and then you already out of the trade. But that happens because your stop loss is so close. Sometimes it's best to keep it. If you're moving your stop loss by looking at the highs, you just move it, just put a few pips above. So your stop loss, for example, here. Next time you move it, when the market moved down, made a second low, you must put your stop loss around here now. From there to there now, because it made two lows. Considered, two lows in a row. So which means the market is more towards down. And if the market reversed from here and hit your stop loss, that means reversal took place. It's 90% of the time reversal took place because market should not hit your stop loss from after making 1, 2, 3 lows. It should not go back and hit stop loss. If it does, that means reversal likely already took place or likely to happen. So that is the reason you have your stop loss. Move your stop loss here. From here, market is there. Your stop loss should not hit unless a major change of direction. In that case, it's still there. I mean, this one is likely to go and do it. So I hope you guys understand what I'm telling you. It's basically you entered on this trade here, and now market is there. So how many lows? Made 1, 2, 3. So you just move it to the second one. You just move your stop loss, the second previous high, or previous high. You just move it to the previous high. From here, you just moved it after making a low. The next low, you just move it to previous low. So every time 2 lows it makes, you just put it above the previous high. So from here, stop loss is, start with your stop loss here. Then market is now here. You just move your stop loss around here. So from there, market should not hit your stop loss. If it does, it means reversal took place or major changes happening in the market.
It's what happened to me this morning, with this entry in Euro USD. It was 147.47. I was in a good place, but finally the market has changed its decision and reversal, so it hit my stop loss, but I couldn't do anything.
Exactly, but because you're probably not watching it, so that is you've done the right thing because you're not watching the chart. You don't know exactly what is going to happen next hour. What you put your stop loss in break even, which is the safest thing to do. From winning trade, you should never ever end up in a losing trade. Because what happened is, this is what happened with most of the guys. They usually enter a trade here. This is the entry. Market is there. So what they would do is they would literally just look at the chart, or maybe not, or look at the phone, which is asking for disaster because you cannot trade or monitor your trades from your phone. Anyone that says they made money from the phone, I would like to know who they are, because up to now, I never heard or I never seen anyone that makes money through the phone. Yes, for advertising reason, people have to do that. Even in my case, when I put my website out, when I said, okay, gain of 10%, 15% in a month, I can achieve this without taking much risk. Guys start messaging me, what the hell is this? What is this percentage game here? And goes, how many pips do you catch? I was like, what? Because I never count pips. That's one thing I don't do. I never count pips in my trades. I count my percentage. And they're like, I need to know how many pips because I want to subscribe to your premium. I need to know how many pips you make. I'm like, just tell me roughly what you account, and I could tell you what percentage I'm likely to gain. Then he goes, no, I need to know how many pips. So then what I have to do is I have to go back to the website because I'm getting so many requests, inquiries about it. How many pips? And then I have to change it to pips just so that everyone understand. But understanding pips wise, gaining your money is a wrong method to use. It might take you time before you understand, but you will not make money if you start counting your pips. And another thing before I finish this session is one thing I need to make sure that you guys understand. When you trade, start trading with percentage. Don't start go with your fixed lot size with pips. For example, here, risk management. This is the major one. Your entry is here. We're taking a trade. For example, we are taking a live trade here. Okay, we're taking a live trade. For example, here. Okay, we took a trade here. Our stop loss is there, maybe here or maybe there. So let's say 30 pips stop loss. We got our stop loss at 30 pips. We took the trade, 30 pips stop loss. What are you going to trade with? You probably say, I've got £1,000. I'm going to trade with £1, or I'm going to trade with £2. Okay, most guys, they trade with £1. Say every 1,000, £1. So what happened is £1 or £1. If the stop loss hit here, you lost 30 quid. $30 or 30 quid, right? So next one we're trading, we decided to enter here. Our stop loss is going to be 100 pips. If that market goes and hit our stop loss, how much we lost? 100 quid. 100 quid. Because if you're trading with a pound or dollar, 30 pips, you're losing 30 quid. And if it's a stop loss of 100 pips, you got stopped out, you lost 100 quid, right?
You have lost 10% of your...
Yeah, so pretty much, yeah. So you lost 30 on 30 pips, 100 on 100 pips, right? But if you had gone with a percentage, if your stop loss is there, 30 pips, I recommend 2 to 3%. How much you would have lost on this one? 3% of your balance, max 3%. Now, that's 30 quid, yeah. So you lost 30, right? Now that your stop loss is 100 pips away, you're risking 3% again. How much are you actually losing now?
You have to decrease the size of lots then.
Lots of automatically comes because you are risking the same amount. You're not losing any more than 30 quid. You basically, that 100 pips is same as the 30 pips because you're risking for 30 pips 3%, 100 pips you're risking 3% as well. So pips, what happens? The only difference is on 30 pips you're going to trade with a slightly bigger lot. When it goes to 100 pips, you're going to trade with a smaller lot. That's the only difference.
Yep.
Overall, when the trade goes and hit stop loss, 30 pips, you will lose the 3%. 100 pips, you will lose the 3%. So your loss is fixed. This is the one thing that we will need to know when the trade, because no one knows if you're going to win or lose. All I want to know is how much exactly am I going to lose on the trade. So I said to myself, okay, 3%, say 30 quid, I'm going to lose on the trade. I'm happy to do that. So some trades I said, okay, I'm going to decide to trade with 5%. Whatever the money is at the time of the account, I'm happy with that. So I know exactly how much I'm going to lose on the trade, but I don't know how much I'm going to make. All depends how the trade goes. So you need to know exactly before you enter the trade, you need to know how much are you actually risking. If you start risking with a fixed lot size, your loss is going to vary. Your loss is going to be some of them you're going to lose 100 quid, another one 200, another 300, 400, whatever it is. You're going to lose money on bad trades. And good trades, I don't know how you're going to manage it. For bad trades, you're going to lose. Your loss is going to vary. But if you go with a fixed, if you go with the percentage, your loss is going to remain the same no matter where the stop loss is. If it's 1,000 pips or 100 pips or 50 pips or 10 pips, your loss is going to be the same amount if you go with a percentage. Yeah, so I hope you guys understand the difference. Sorry?
Just to adapt the size of the...
Yeah, because if you just go, how do you do that? You just say, okay, I can just send a signal with, say 100 pips is stop loss. You just quickly go back into your account and say, how much do I have? Maybe you probably say £1,000 or $1,000. Then what do? 3%. What is 3% of your is it just 1,000? Yeah.
Yeah, it's 30 euro.
30 euro. Yeah, 30 euro. So you said, okay, I'm going to risk 3%, 100 pips stop loss, 3%, 30 quid. So you decided you're going to risk 30 quid. So your stop loss is 100. You just divide it by 30. 100 divided by 30. You get your lot size.
Yeah.
You get your lot size. It's basically you get a lot size.
Yeah.
So if it's 30, you just divided. Sorry, you just divided 30. Oops. So what am I doing? You just divided 30 by 100. You get not 3. So you trade with that lot. So next time, I said, okay, 50 pips stop loss. You decided you're going to risk 3%, which is 30 quid again. So what do you do?
0.2. Then.
Yeah, you just go with 30 divided by 50 equals 0.6. So your lot size increases this time, but overall losses stays the same. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Start using percentage, because that way you will know exactly how much you're going to lose on the trade. Doesn't matter where the stop loss is. Because that's what I like to know before I enter my trade. How much am I exactly going to lose? Because as soon as you put the trade, you already lost it. As soon as you put the trade, you lost the trade. Trade is gone. Because as soon as we put the trade, we start with minus because of commission, because of this, because of that. So you already lost the trade. All I want to know how much am I exactly going to lose. Winning wise, I'm going to manage my trade to maximize it. If you hit my target, great. If not, I'll make a decision when it's a profit. So I hope you that helped you guys in terms of taking trades and how to manage the lot size. Don't trade with fixed lot size. It's guys that says go in with fixed lot size. It's just crazy, because you don't know how much you're going to lose on a trade. Some trades 100 quid, another. That's how you blow your account, because you lose track on how much are you actually risking on the trade. Sometimes you're risking 10%, sometimes 15%, sometimes 20%. You just don't know how much you're risking. You're just playing with the number game. So it's really important to go with your percentage. That's what I do. 2 to 3% every trade. All I know is exactly how much I'm going to lose. How much I'm going to make is up to me. If the trade goes for me. So, any of you guys got any question? So I can quickly go. Otherwise, I'll possibly finish the session.
No, for me it's okay.
All I want this one, Euro USD we are on. That's what I want to see now from you guys. We entered here. What is it? We entered 50 at 50, I think, or 55. We entered here. Now market made 2 highs on 15 minutes. Made 2 highs. What do you do now? Are you going to just leave your stop loss where it is? Behind there? No, you're going to put in a break even now.
Yeah,
break even that will take you to break even. That will take you to there, which minimum you're going to have your stop loss here, closer now, like 10 pips from your entry, or on break even. Because if the market made 2 highs now, if the market come back and touch your stop loss, possibly continue with the downwards move. And here it's too close. That's like when you're scalping, you do that. This is what I do when I'm scalping. Say, for example, I took my position here. When the market makes that move, my stop loss comes here. When the market if the market makes another move, my stop loss is going to come here. Then I'm just going to follow with it. I'm not going to have my stop loss. I'm just going to move my stop loss with the market, because I'm scalping. Because I want to know, as soon as that move comes to an end, I'm out. So that's different matter altogether. But this is what you do. It could be daily, it could be hourly. Depends what time frame you're trading. You entered here, market now gone to there. What you do, you just move your stop loss straight away into break even, or minimum to this low here, because this to come back and touch your stop loss from there, it means quite a significant move took place in the market. Otherwise, that direction should not change. This should be continuing going up now. If the market come back here, back to our entry, it's a big. You need to reanalyze your chart, because there may be some major something possibly took place in the market, direction change, whatever it is. But you just manage your trade, guys, because it's hard to make those money, but easier to lose them. If the trade giving us the money, we do winning trade like this one. There's about 5 guys message me, hey, I'm so happy I booked my profit. But I wasn't happy because they come out. The reason for that is I informed them to hold, because I'm monitoring, just to maximize the trade. Because it takes a hard work to get a winning trade. When you get it, you want to maximize it. Because on that Euro USD at current moment, it hasn't showed me anything to say come out. So minimum, I'm holding my trade and break even, because he hasn't shown me any sign as yet to say I could get the hell out yet, because still start making those highs. So it takes time to understand that, because when it's a bad trade, one move, I'm out. Literally one move against me, I'm out. I take my losses just like that. I don't wait for market 2 hours later to tell me what is going to happen. Anything not following, I'm in the trade, I'm out. I go back in again, but I'm out. Losses I take very, very fast, but winning trade, I just sit on it. Winning trade, if I can get one winning, 3 losses, one winning will make my all money back. So that's something that will take time to learn and stuff like that. But a lot of you guys learning very, very quick, and some of you guys probably first time probably seeing me. Yeah.
I have a question just concerning before you will close this chat. I have a question concerning yesterday pattern for this pin bar.
All right. Okay. What I'll do is
very nice.
I'll call you up because I need to finish this video because other guys going to watch as well, so they're going to have too much information, and I'll call you back in, and we'll go through those strategies. Yeah.
Okay, we do that.
Yeah, because that video is turning too long because a lot of guys going to come back and see it, and it's going to be too long.
Okay.
Hulk and is it Lauren? And I'm not sure who else is there. Okay. Anyone else got any question, guys? It just manage your risk and just manage your trade, guys. I mean, today. And one thing, you should never trade on real account. If you don't know this minimum how to get your trade under control, end up you're going to lose huge amount of money. It's just going to be crazy trading without having much knowledge in it, in forex. And but anyways, guys, I'm just going to quickly see if anyone messaged. If no message, I'm just going to finish this session. And
when will be the next session?
Right, guys. Well, to be honest, right, my sessions usually are every day, but those are for guys that booked in for my course. I'm spending time with them, teaching my strategies, and we're analyzing together. So that's if you book in through the booking for a course, then we do more of daily basis training.
All right. What did I pay you through? PayPal?
Yeah, it is through my website. I'll post the link on my Telegram channel. I mean, you can go on it as well. It's www.loveforex.co.uk.
All right.
Are you on? All right, no problem. I'll post you on my Telegram channel so you can have a look. Yeah, definitely, guys. At least learn the basics. If not nothing else, at least learn the basics because it's just crazy the amount of money I'm seeing guys losing as well. It just without knowing what they are doing, it's quite scary, and they're trading on real account as well. But anyways, that's every individual's how they decide to do things. But Lauren, yeah, I'll catch up in a bit with you. Hope if you available, we can catch up and go through those process again. Because I was really impressed with both of you picked up first time the strategies, which is really good.
Okay, great.
Okay, I'll wait for your link.
Oh, hi.
Sorry?
I'll wait for your link.
Link? Yeah. I'm going to send the link over.